Yo, OMONYAME. Usually I'm sweet, but always got a bit of heat. Hot sauce in my bag way long before bleed. Cause Chicago got me right. Flame my hots with the cheese, with the chips and the pickle. Pickle juice on the chips. Probably the reason why I got these hips. Sway in the morning, burn early. Yeah, I got the moves. Graduated with my masters, so you know I got the toes. Peace, my beautiful family. I'm OMONYAME, the Afrocentric creators, here to raise the vibrations of the entire Black nation. And I'm coming to you with another video. This video, I haven't really done anything like this video before, but now that I am over 5,000 subscribers, yes, pats on the back. Shout out to y'all for even looking at my channel and being interested. I thought that it would be helpful if I just came to you all and just gave y'all a few tips of what I believe are good strategies for growing your channel from 0 to 5,000 or whatever number it is that you're going for. The rules stay pretty much consistently the same. I just first want to start off by saying, no, I don't think that 5,000 subscribers makes me some YouTube guru or anything like that. But I know that in the beginning of my journey, I was searching for videos similar to this. And if I found it even more helpful to start with channels that were still in the beginning stages of them growing their channel versus looking at someone who has 1 million subscribers and me feeling like, okay, that's something that is completely unattainable for now. So also, for those who have checked out the video to Queen that I just dropped last Friday, shout out to y'all. For those who have not seen it yet, go ahead, make your way after you watch this video, make your way to my channel and click on my most recent video outside of this one so you can get those Black Girl Magic vibes, okay? How about that? For those who don't know, the first video that I've ever made on YouTube was like in 2011. And back then, I wasn't taking YouTube seriously. I wasn't making videos consistently. Literally, I started my channel for myself as a way to document my hair journey because I had just went natural back in 2011. And my first video was actually right before I went natural. I was in the transitioning stage. And I was just speaking on that and my experiences at that point and how I was excited to be starting a new journey with my natural hair. So my channel started off as a really like a natural hair channel that was really about me documenting for myself. I had never had any intentions on growing my channel in the way that I have thus far. I really just wanted to have somewhere that I could keep all of my videos and look back on my hair journey as I wanted to. It wasn't right away that my channel grew. It was more so when I started being consistent, which gets into some of my points. So I'm gonna just stop there, okay? So these are my top 10 strategies on how we can grow our channel from even 0 subscribers, okay? Let's just go into the first strategy that I think is helpful. So, strategy number 1, no pressure. Make videos about things that you like, that you enjoy, and also allow for the open space for things to evolve over time. As I've already stated, my channel started as a natural hair channel, and though those are still videos that I do from time to time, it's clearly evolved to include other things. As I grow in my passions and I start to learn new things, then of course my channel grows as far as the content is concerned to be reflective of those things. When I had Kamaria or when I was pregnant with Kamaria, my channel grew even more to include motherhood and pregnancy when those weren't focuses that my channel started with. Don't think so much about what people are gonna like and if they're going to watch it and yada yada yada. Don't think nothing about that. Just make videos that make you happy. Don't think so much about other people. Just think about you. Tip number 2, consistency. Don't beat me over the head, y'all. Clearly, I have not been as consistent as I once was with my channel. And I will say that once you start making more and more videos, having more and more content, is something that you can kind of get away with, not making as many videos as you did in the beginning. But when my channel grew the most, it was when I was the most consistent. So consistency can look different for everybody, right? Some people want to post once a week. Some people want to post at least twice a week. Some people have specific days of the week, maybe every other day, that they post content. Some people post every day. When you're starting off, just do what feels right to you. I would say don't try to aim too high. Don't say, hey, I'm going to go from making 0 videos to making 7 videos a week, you know, posting every day, when you know or you don't know exactly if that's something that you could actually stick to, right? Maybe starting with 1 video a week. And then the more that you have content ideas, of course, you could put more videos in between that. But if you can just stick to making at least 1 video a week, that's pretty solid. One thing I learned about people who are on YouTube is that 1 good video is not enough, right? They like to be able to go to your channel, at least not to get a subscriber. They like to be able to go to your channel and see that you do have content available. If you just have 1 video, even if it has 1 million views, people tend to not subscribe to channels that only have 1 video, okay? So consistency and growing your content, they go hand in hand. 3rd tip, don't worry about perfection. I know so many people who tell me, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have a camera. Or I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm not sure about this and this and this, or yada, yada, yada. Don't think about all of that. Your channel can grow and evolve over time. Your first video can literally be you talking to the camera with your phone. It doesn't have to be that you have a camera. It doesn't have to be that you have editing software. You don't have to have a ring light. You don't have to have a studio set up. You don't need all of those things. One thing I learned is that people who are there for the content, who are there for the information, who are there just to hear what you have to say, they're not going to care about all of that. That's not going to stop them from watching your video just because you don't have all of these other things. You can start making videos before you know what your niche is going to be or what your channel is going to focus on, or before you have an intro. You can start making videos before that, okay? Don't put so much pressure on perfection. Just do it. The quicker that you start your channel, the quicker you can have people actually finding your content and gravitating towards what it is that you offer. Okay, strategy number 4. A lot of channels would recommend, or a lot of videos that I've seen on growing your channel would recommend you finding your niche. I feel like that's very important, right? And also, I'll add that you don't have to just have one specific niche. Most channels do. Most channels just focus in on makeup, or focus in on cooking, or focus in on how to fix stuff, or whatever they do. But if you find that you're a person that has a lot of interest and you can't narrow your channel down, or you don't want to narrow your channel down to just one niche, that's completely fine. If you do have multiple niches or angles that you're coming from, you give space for multiple kinds of people with different experiences and different desires to find your channel. How you do this most effectively is having your niches organized. Having some way that you're organizing that content, so that way when people go to your page, they can have an idea of what you actually are posting and when. An example would be the fact that up until more recently, me being pregnant, I would on Fridays have Freestyle Friday videos, right? So those who are there and they're looking for content related to my music or my artistry, they knew that they could find that on Fridays. Everybody on my channel knew that I posted these Freestyle Friday videos on Fridays. Outside of that, every other day of the week is kind of open for me, or at least that's how I've evolved my channel to be. Making a name for the days or the type of topics that you're gonna do. So I know in the beginning of my channel, when I was really trying to grow it actively, Mondays was like Melanin Mondays, Tuesdays was Real Talk Tuesdays, Wednesdays was Women Crush Wednesdays, Fridays Freestyle Fridays, and Sundays was Soul Food Sundays. By making names of the topics that I would be discussing on a weekly basis for that particular day, people knew and they could just easily remember what type of content to expect on that day. And say that everybody wasn't interested in everything that I was doing. they knew exactly what day it was that they could tune into my channel and have something that they truly wanted to see. Strategy number 5, and this is something that can come with time. Again, it doesn't have to come right away. When I first started my channel, I didn't have a tagline. I didn't say, I'm the Afrocentric Creatress here to raise the vibrations of the entire Black nation. But when I started to gather information about my purpose more, I added my tagline, which is something that is not necessary, but it is an attention grabber. Like for the channels that I love the most, they all have something that makes them special or something unique about how they start their videos. Y'all know I love my dude Infinite Waters, and he says, peace. Infinite Waters diving deep once again. We're out here in nature, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Right? For those who have seen Infinite Waters videos, the reason that y'all know that I know that verbatim, I know exactly what he says, is because I've watched enough of his videos and he's been consistently saying it in his videos for a while, that right when his video starts, it's something in me that just is like, yes, Infinite Waters diving deep once again. I just have to say it. So again, it's something that's fun. It's something to make your channel memorable. It's something that tells more about you and what you stand for. It gives people a better idea of your energy and what you're bringing to the table. You don't have to do it right from the beginning, but as you move forward, just keep that in mind as that being something that could be very beneficial to you and your channel. And this is my point number 6 for strategies. Is aesthetics. Aesthetics before someone even clicks on your video. So the first thing being your thumbnail. Some people would recommend that you should always have a thumbnail that's edited, and you can find different websites to do this on. One that I use sometimes is Canva. I used it a lot more in the beginning when I was actively growing my channel some years back, but I don't always do that now. I don't always edit my thumbnail to have words on it, but it has been proven, and you could even think about yourself, the videos that we're more likely to click on are the ones that are more aesthetically pleasing, right? So it doesn't have to be that the thumbnail is edited to have words and pictures and things like that, but the image that we choose for people to have their first seeing of should not be just a plain background or some random part of the video that it doesn't really show you. You want to be mindful of what your thumbnail looks like. You want to be mindful of what you look like in your thumbnail. You don't always have to take a thumbnail that comes straight from the video. If you want to take an extra picture of whatever that has to do with your video, or an extra picture of yourself outside of your video, you can do that. You know, either way, just thinking about it being aesthetically pleasing. The next aesthetically pleasing thing that people love is having a catchy intro. Whatever it's gonna be, having something that's catchy in the beginning, something that's memorable in the beginning, right? I didn't always have a theme song. That was something that came after years. And even so, now that I've changed my name on my channel, if you watch some of my previous videos, my theme song was different than the one that I have now. I had to create a new theme song for the new brand that I was creating, which was around Omo Nyame, versus the fact that my channel used to be called The Omo Show. Everybody on my channel knows that I rhyme, that I do music, and with that, my intro involves me rhyming because that's what I do. But that doesn't mean that that's what your intro has to be. If you're an instrumentalist and you just good on the guitar or you good on the drums, just utilize what you love and who you are to create some type of visually and auditorily appealing content or intro for those who are coming to your channel. Again, this is not something that you need in order to start a channel. It's something that you can grow and evolve to have over time. Okay, tip number 7. Once you find your niche or realize what your niche is, think about and understand what makes you different from these people. You know, what makes you unique, and really draw into that, right? Don't feel like just because, oh, it's these other people making makeup videos, or it's these other people making do-it-yourself videos, or it's these other people that's doing cooking videos or vegan videos or whatever it is that you like to do. So what? They not you. They not gonna do it like you. So think about how you can do it, what type of flavor you can put on it to make it even better or to make it you, right? Because people are following your channel or subscribing your channel for the content, but also for the energy that you bring to the content that you create. It doesn't matter that there's a lot of people making certain kind of videos on YouTube, or that there's already people who do that. That's great. Yes, that's something you want to consider. Yes, you don't want to overpopulate the same kind of material over and over again that has already got a wide base on YouTube. But at the same time, it shouldn't be something that stops you. You should know that you yourself, you bring something very unique to whatever that niche is. Strategy number 8 is to pay attention to people's comments on your videos, where they're telling you, hey, can you make a video about this? Can you make a video about that? I was wondering about this. There may be some questions that have been widely asked, or some topics that have been widely asked about that you want to make a video on. Think about that, and also look into your insights that's on YouTube, where basically you're able to see who's following your channel, how they found your channel, what were they searching for when they found your channel. That has been very helpful for me. Back when I first made my first video about the ancestors, which is my biggest video now, my most successful video now, people weren't searching for that kind of content. It was just a random video that I made because that's what I was interested in. But over time, as we speak as to now, majority of the people who find my channel is because they're searching something about connecting to the ancestors and wanting to connect to or learn more about African spirituality. And by me seeing that, I'm able to now tend to my audience a little bit more, and I'm able to now realize, like, oh, okay, they really like these African spiritual videos. Let me make more of those. It will give you a lot of information on how you can grow your channel to be even more, just based off of what people are searching for. Okay, now we almost done, y'all. We almost done. We almost made it. Good job. You're here. You're still here. Good job. Strategy number 9, be vulnerable. Sometimes I don't think that anybody wants to go to a channel where they see you crying every single video. Like, that doesn't feel good for anybody, right? But also be aware that those moments sometimes really do exist, and some people can really appreciate when those moments exist, and they want to be led into those moments, right? Part of having a YouTube channel is growing out of our fear of perfection, in my personal opinion. It's about knowing that you're doing something because you have something to share, but not thinking so heavily about how people are going to judge you for what you're bringing. Allow for moments where you're not perfect. Share those moments with your followers or people who are watching your channel. Don't just stick to showing the moments of your success, but also include those moments where you may have made mistakes. I've learned that people truly appreciate that. And also another thing, don't focus on deleting all of your first videos just because they're not up to par. No, like, keep that content. People love to see the growth of you, you know, and you will love to see the growth of yourself as you're looking back at all the documentation that you have. You will love to see how far you've come. It's okay that those videos that you first made were not perfect. That is fine. Just allow it to exist in this space. Be vulnerable. Last but not least, have fun. Just have fun. YouTube channel should be about having fun. Yes, money can come from your YouTube channel, but just know it's not gonna come in the beginning. And even with a channel like mine, it ain't that much money that I make every month from YouTube. And even so, the reason that I even make money from YouTube comes from those biggest videos that I have. But again, my Connecting to the Ancestors video, they did not become as popular as it has until about 2 years ago, when I've made that video about 4 years ago, if you get what I'm saying. So sometimes things take time. So don't be so focused on the result Just allow yourself to exist in the process. Allow things to be fun. Allow the channel to grow organically. Don't try too hard, because I'm letting you know now, the people who are meant to find you will find you, okay? They will. Okay. It's two last points that I really wanted to make. These are just extra tips. They're not really a part of my 10 strategies. One, I was told in the beginning of growing my channel that once you reach 1,000 subscribers, things become a lot easier. And it's very, very true. It's the hardest to get your first 1,000 subscribers, but once you get that first 1,000, usually you've gotten that first 1,000 because of the content that you've created before. And now it just becomes easier for those numbers to get higher and higher. So just know your channel will grow. It may take some time. It's based off of you and how much effort you put in it. But regardless of it, just know that it can take time. And don't be so focused on getting 1,000 or even 100 right away, because it can take some time. And the last point that I wanted to make is that when I first started my YouTube channel, I used to always share my videos on my Facebook and my Instagram and tell my friends and my family to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I would actually be a little upset at the fact that most of my friends and most of my family never even watched any of my YouTube videos. Don't be upset about that, okay? One thing I've learned is that those people who are meant to find you will find you. YouTube is not a type of place that you want to just send your friends and your family to, or only have your friends and your family as your subscribers, because you want to have people who actually are interested in the content that you're making all the time, not just subscribe to you because they feel like they're doing you a favor by supporting you. No, you want people who are actually subscribed to you because they feel like they're doing themselves a favor or themselves a service by actually knowing about your channel and knowing about your content. It's okay if your friends and your family are not involved. It's okay for you not to post it to your Instagram or your Facebook. It's okay if you want to do those things. But I would say that majority of my subscribers have nothing to do with my Instagram posts or my Facebook posts, and I never had to use those platforms to get majority of my subscribers that I have now. And people will find your content. They truly will. It may take some time, but they will find it. For those who have been thinking about starting a channel, I hope this video is something that has truly helped you make your decision on whether or not you want to do it. I hope that it steered you towards making your channel. I hope that it brought you hope and faith that you can do this, that is truly nothing to it but to do it. And I wish all of you all well on your journey moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for supporting. Thank you so much for letting me reach, or helping me to reach, over 5,000 subscribers. I know that all of this would be impossible if it wasn't for my community just being as open to supporting each other as they are. Again, last thing I'm gonna say is, if you ain't checked out that Queen video, go ahead, make your way over there. But outside of that, peace, love, Black power all day, every day. Ain't no other way, okay?